Hello and welcome to Graham Snackers. I have my friend Sarah here today to review coffee Coca-Cola. We've got Coca-Cola with coffee dark roast and then vanilla.
I'm stoked.
Yeah. So where did you find these?
These were Schnucks for, I think, at least months before I actually picked them up. I never in a million years would have if Graham Snackers didn't exist.
Yeah.
Because, this sounds gross. This should not work. I love coffee, and why would you put it in a Coke?
And I like Coke, and why would you ruin it with coffee?
We're coming at this from different places.
Yeah, so we're either the best pairing or worst pairing to try this.
Yeah, either one of us is going to love it, or we're both going to hate it.
Yeah.
Or maybe we'll both like it. I don't know.
I have yet to find coffee-flavored things I liked. I think the closest I got was tiramisu Oreos. Not tiramisu. Just the Oreo flavor. The coffee had been distilled enough at that point.
And tiramisu, barely at all tastes like coffee.
But I do.
This will be interesting.
But I do really like Coca-Cola, and I especially like vanilla Coke. I'm hoping that the vanilla coffee Coke will have that strong vanilla Coke flavor, that it's enough to make it drinkable. I have more serious doubts about the dark blend, though.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that tastes like a vanilla latte and you just don't even notice the Coke.
All right, let's start off with that dark blend.
Can I taste a Coke first? Because I
I
haven't had a Coke in maybe a decade. Wow, let's see what a Coke tastes like. Okay. It's not as bad as I remember.
Yeah, well, that's good.
It's still not for me. It's not as bad as root beer, but it is just
Yeah, I'm not big on root beer. Coke is definitely my favorite cola of all the dark sodas. I like Coke and the variations of Coke, like vanilla Coke and cherry Coke.
Cherry vanilla Coke is great.
Yeah.
That stuff is awesome. Let's see what this tastes like. I can already smell the coffee.
Yeah, me too.
Different ideas of whether that's a good or a bad thing.
At least it looks like a Coke. Maybe a little darker. Okay, that's really weird.
Very dark.
Because it smells like Coke and it smells like coffee. I don't really feel like either scent is overpowering.
Yeah, it's so weird. And this is going to be gross coffee too. This is going to be like the burnt Starbucks coffee.
Yeah.
Oh my God, every commercial coffee place burns their coffee beans so that it's all consistent because it's all consistently burnt. Now that my husband works at a coffee shop, I'm getting really good roasted beans. Hashtag not sponsored, but go to the Webster Ghost Garden Cafe. Their coffee is wonderful and not burnt, and this is definitely going to be burnt coffee.
Yeah. Something I'm getting with the scent, which is kind of weird when I had that first sniff, was because my dad is a big Coca-Cola fan. Mm-hmm. So when I smell Coke, I have a lot of memories of being a kid and my dad drinking Coca-Cola. Uh-huh. And all of my coffee scent memories are from when I worked at catering. Huh. So I had this sniff, and it was like I was simultaneously a kid at the kitchen table and then also at work in a kitchen, and it was kind of weird.
That is weird. Wow.
Smells are crazy.
Smells are crazy.
Let's see how tastes are.
That's not as bad as I thought it would be.
Yeah.
That's like a sweet coffee drink.
It is the best coffee flavored thing I've ever had.
Wow.
And the best part is, so when you're drinking it, it just mostly tastes like a Coke to me. And then there's that, but the coffee flavor is so much in the aftertaste, where it's like, I really want the aftertaste gone. Because I'm not about the coffee flavor, and there's no Coke flavor in the aftertaste.
Yeah, and see, I'm just getting through that Coke for the coffee flavor that's coming. It's a good coffee flavor. It's not bitter at all. It's sweet.
Well, one of the biggest reasons I never got into coffee was how bitter it was. And I still never enjoyed the flavor. I guess I was surprised when it wasn't bitter.
Yeah, I am also surprised because that's a big thing about coffee. That's the perfect amount of cream and sugar where all the bitterness is gone and it's very sweet.
Yeah.
Coke is too sweet for me. So this is extra sweet, but it's coffee sweet, so it's better.
I for sure don't see myself buying it, but I'm not disliking it as much as I thought I would. I kind of held the soda in my mouth for a minute there, and it really was just like having Coke. Yeah. And then as soon as I swallow, it's here comes the coffee.
I really don't get the two flavors together at all.
Yeah.
Like, why would you put the two flavors together if they're not going to go together? This just doesn't make sense to me. No matter what I do, I cannot taste both Coke and coffee at the same time, which is probably doing this a favor. Like,
Yeah.
that's probably a good thing. I will not get this again.
Yeah.
But this has not been as bad as I had anticipated.
Not as bad as anticipated, the new slogan for coffee Coca-Cola. Now I'm even more optimistic that this will just taste like a vanilla Coke.
Do you think the vanilla is going to be in the Coke or the coffee? Or both?
I don't know. It is interesting that this is half the calories of Coca-Cola.
Really?
Because they're both 12 ounces.
They are both 12 ounces. Why
And
is this so tall and skinny? Why?
But yeah, this says 140 calories per can. This says 70 per can. So I guess it's technically a healthy alternative to Coca-Cola.
I mean... This one has 69 milligrams of caffeine. Nice.
This says 34 milligrams of caffeine.
Okay, so this is extra. This is also 69 milligrams. So it's fewer calories and more caffeine.
Yeah. So if you like coffee, it sounds like it's a good deal.
If you're like drinking it instead of a Coke, but if you're drinking it instead of coffee, you're getting less caffeine and more calories.
All right, let's try the vanilla.
Okay. I don't smell the vanilla quite as much.
I definitely smell the vanilla. Now the vanilla Coke scent brings me back to sleepovers with my friend Michael, where we drink vanilla Coke and eat honey mustard and onion pretzel pieces.
Together?
All night. It's not like we were mixing them, but it's like that was our beverage, this is our snack.
I'm smelling the vanilla a little bit more. Maybe I just don't have enough.
I definitely smell it more than the coffee.
I'm getting more Coke than anything.
All right.
Okay, let's try
it.
The vanilla is in both. That is an overpowering vanilla flavor.
It's a very strong vanilla.
Yeah. This is like, do you want some carbonated vanilla with a little bit of caffeine and it kind of tastes like Coke?
It has a lot less of a coffee flavor than the dark blend.
Oh, yeah. I don't even taste any coffee in that.
I almost agree with that. I feel like I taste a little bit of more coffee up front with the Coke. But the aftertaste isn't as strong.
Yeah. The coffee aftertaste is really just not there.
Because I can taste clear, like, this isn't a vanilla Coke. There's something here. It's coffee. And then the aftertaste, it doesn't really linger. It's not lingering. This is a lot better than the dark blend.
Yeah, 100%. I might actually drink the rest of this.
Because before you said you weren't very into, like, sweet things. And this is definitely sweeter, but you like it more?
Yeah, because it's vanilla. I like vanilla a lot. And I feel like that just makes it, like, pastel, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it's certainly better. It's smoother. It's got less of a coffee flavor, which I appreciate.
It's still got all the carbonation, which I guess is, like, the appeal of Coke.
Yeah.
Not as good as coffee. Now
I'm really
wondering. I am really wondering if we mixed, like, a flavored coffee with Coke, if we could make something that tastes as good. Let's try
it.
Okay. I have no idea if this is going to work.
So what do we have here?
This is Michigan cherry coffee, I think, from Meyer. My mom got this for Christmas, and my mom really likes like a plain caffeinated coffee. And for Christmas, she got a decaf flavored coffee, which is like the opposite of what she's looking for.
Yeah.
So she gave it to me. Let's see. I'm trying to drink less caffeine and have less caffeine, so I'm this was obviously a great time for this.
Messed that
Right. So this is like
I can smell
really
it.
cherry, like so incredibly cherry flavored. Like I have to like mix it with something else so that it's not so overpowering, which is why I think it'll work with the Coke.
So
it'll be like a cherry Coke.
Cherry Coke.
But with the coffee. Do you want to taste this before we put it in the Coke? We don't have to.
I'm just going to put it in the Coke.
All right. Completely arbitrary measurements here. I can really smell the cherry in this.
Yeah, it doesn't smell like Coca-Cola.
Here we go. Ooh.
Not for me.
That aftertaste of cherry turned bad. It tastes chemically now. It doesn't taste chemically in the coffee.
It tastes like coffee.
It tastes like Coke.
It's got the... Here, let me see the Coca-Cola. It's got the bitterness to the coffee that the Coca-Cola doesn't have. Let's get a better ratio.
It's got the gross chemical aftertaste that Coke has, but mixed with cherry aftertaste, and it just is gross.
We're not able to recreate.
They're not. If we had added sugar, that might have helped.
Yeah, I like how I poured more Coke in to fix it. You poured more coffee in to fix it.
Well, let's see if it improves it.
Better.
Yeah, it's way better. I think the moral of the story is, like, if you like coffee and you like Coke, you should probably stick with it.
I think if you like coffee and Coke, it's worth a shot.
Yeah, we probably should have had someone here who liked both of them.
Yeah. Something to keep in mind, though, is if Coca-Cola comes out with a coffee with Coca-Cola cherry flavored,
Stealing from us.
Then they're definitely stealing from us.
Yeah.
And it would be the second time Coca-Cola has stolen a flavor from me.
Really?
Every time I'm at one of those Coca-Cola freestyle machines, I would get mostly vanilla Coke, like 80% vanilla Coke, and then I'd top it off with like 20% orange Coke.
For a dreamsicle.
Dreamsicle Coke. So good. I've been doing that for years. And then they come out with orange vanilla Coke.
What?
I think those freestyle machines are recording combinations, and I think Coca-Cola was like, there's a genius in St. Louis right now.
You don't think it's like, oh, lots of people are doing these two, one right after the other. Maybe we should look at that.
I think it was just me.
Just you.
It was just me, and they found me, and now they're gonna have cherry coffee Coke.
Hey Coke, if you're listening, please make it cherry vanilla, because cherry vanilla is the best one. Ooh, we could try that. I want to try that. I'm gonna try that.
Let's
Here we go.
Cherry vanilla coffee Coke. We're
This
just
concoction.
we're just like.
I mean, it's fine. It's almost like we're at one of those machines, and we're just adding whatever we feel like.
Like a kid just like going to every soda, just.
Oh yeah.
And making a horrible soda
This might be good. Oh yeah, that's way better. That I would drink.
It's better.
Not as good as Coke.
I think the Coca-Cola with coffee had a level of coffee flavor that was tolerable for me as someone who doesn't like coffee. But once we added the real stuff in, I think there's no saving that for me.
See, I like this. I like it's vanilla plus cherry, which is nice, and just a little bit of bubbles, which is kind of fun. I feel like I could have this iced, and that's like a nice iced coffee replacement or like a variety kind of thing. That could be good. But I don't really want to be, mixing 3 different types of things in the morning every day. That would be a lot. This was fun.
Yeah?
Yeah. I like trying all of them. I like making my own. I really don't think I'll get these again, but it was fun to taste test.
It was.
I wonder if they're just doing this for the taste test money. Like, there's got to be people every time there's a new Oreo flavor that always go get it, and like maybe like putting out a new Oreo just for those people makes sense, and maybe it's the same with coffee stuff.
I did see there was an article that's like, why does Oreo keep coming out with all these new flavors? And like I clicked on it, it's like, because they're making a lot of money. It's like, well, yeah, obviously. But these have been around for a couple months, haven't they?
They have. They might be sticking around.
Somebody's drinking these.
I feel like I used to work with people who did coffee and Coke. When I worked for
they said they did coffee and Coke, but what you didn't see was the kind of Coke they were doing. Yeah, I'm going to rate the dark blend Coca-Cola a bad, but a surprisingly not terrible. I think it had the potential to be terrible, and it was only bad, which is kind of a compliment. It's kind of high praise.
Great. You should tell like women at a bar, like, you're bad, but you're surprisingly not terrible.
Yeah, I thought you were going to be terrible, but it turns out you're just bad.
You're just bad. Yeah, it's bad, but not terrible. I would put it at like okay, maybe even.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, like okay.
I would go with an okay for the vanilla coffee Coke.
Yeah, okay to like.
I feel like that one
good.
I was expecting to be bad, and then it's like, well, I can kind of drink this.
I'd put it maybe even at all right.
I would actually maybe take a step down to like a not good So it's like, okay, and then it's like, it's not good, but it's not necessarily bad.
Okay.
My rating scale makes no sense.
It kind of makes sense, colloquially. And then the Coke.
Oh, Coke's great.
Okay. Coke is great.
The concoction we made, I will give a terrible. I'm going to give every step along the way a terrible.
That's fair. And then coffee by itself.
The worst.
The worst. Okay, so for you, it would go like this. If this is like the worst and this is awesome.
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, so for me, it would go like that. I actually really, really liked this. I don't think I liked it more than the vanilla Coke.
You know what number 1 is? Shall we combat all that caffeine we just drank?
Great.
I'm a professional.
Yeah.